keeping me on. Yeah, I'm strapped in, stuck in a song.
Hello, I'm finally doing my handbag collection video. This has been my most requested video to do. This is my Chanel collection. And I do know why I haven't done it. It's because I wanted to do it so well. It was such an important video for me to do because obviously handbags is my thing, as you can see. And I think I put too much pressure on myself, thinking I need a whole couple of days to do it. I want to learn how to edit better. And I kept on putting it off, kept on getting to put it off. And this collection has been changed up. I don't sell that much, but it has been changed up. This is a new handbag display, so if you've watched my closet video from like over a year ago, you'll see that I used to have a different display cabinet, so I'll leave that in the link below so you can see the difference. This way is so much better. So anyway, I just decided, do you know what, I'm going to do it today, because if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. I've picked the worst time to do it. The light is going, I'm getting over a cold, I've had late nights, I need my tan doing, I need my eyebrows doing, I've got red here from waxing my own lip, which I'm not doing again. I want to tell you that I am doing a whole Chanel bag collection video next month, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, so because I don't know the exact time I'm sharing that and you don't want to miss it. I am going to touch on my Chanel bags, of course, because this is my entire Chanel handbag collection. I did a whole new video in depth of each bag, like talking about the leathers, transfers, what size, style, leather, hardware I think is best. I'll go into depth, because if I do it now, this video is already going to be super long. I mean, imagine how long this is going to be. So if it's long, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for having a big bag collection. Also, I'm not like, I just think I should make like the smallest, I don't want to call it a disclaimer, but I am conscious of the fact that people, it will honestly upset me if people just come onto my video and just think that I'm this or I'm that and all I care about is my bags. I really hope that this doesn't come across, and the only way for you to see that there's more to my life than this, and I'm just a girl that likes handbags, and I have worked hard to get here, and I am in my mid-30s, and this is a collection of like, I don't know, 12 years or so. So watch my other vlogs if you want to know what sort of person I am before you say that I'm just a bag whore, which I am. I'm also going to show you a new bag. I've got a new bag. Oh my goodness, this is such a long intro. So yeah, I think we'll start with the bag reveal, and then I'm just going to go and show you every single one of the bags that I have. It's going to be long. Okay, so I was just about to grab a bag then and get into it, and I've just seen the huge bag that I need to reveal to you. So I think let's start with that. And also, if I sound coldy, I'm really sorry about that. And if you see me keep going like this, because I've seen myself do it when I'm watching it back, and my asthma is really bad, and I'm sorry if it's disturbing or like distracting, but there's nothing I can do about it. Just wanted to get that in there. So my new bag. It's from Designer Exchange, also known as We Buy Designer on Instagram. This is a store that I have been working with since they opened years ago. I think about 3-4 years ago. So I love this store. It's in Knightsbridge. That was their first ever store. Now they have one near High Street Kensington. They have one in Manchester, I think Birmingham, Madrid. It's literally spreading, and it's basically, if you don't know already from following me, it's a store where you can buy and sell pre-loved bags, but it's also a really quick way to sell your bags. I buy things from there. I do work with them, but I also buy things from there. Where is it? Oh, you can't see it, but one of my favourite Chanel bags is from there. I'm just going to warn you to follow them on Instagram, because things go on there before it goes on the website, and you have to just DM them. Like with this, I DM'd them straight away and I missed it, and someone returned it. I couldn't believe my luck. So you have to follow them to get the good pieces. So I've got so many bags from there, and I'll show you as I go through. This was a bag that I saw around. If you haven't seen my Lady Dior video for that Lady Dior, it was a bag that I've wanted since like 2014, and I put up a picture on Instagram of the Lady Dior that I wanted, and this was also in that picture. So if you've been following me, watching all my YouTube videos, you know what's in here already. So just going to show you it. So it comes with the designer exchange dust bag and also the Dior dust bag, and this is brand new with the tags on. I'm just going to whack it out. And here it is. It's the baby blue REISSUE Dior bag, and it's baby blue with fuchsia pink. I hate this shade of fuchsia pink. I literally can't bear it, but with this you can't really see it, and I do like it that it's two-toned and I can bear it, and I actually don't mind it with this at all. It's kind of like a thing that they do with the REISSUE, but I'm just letting you know that I do not like fuchsia pink, but I don't mind it on this. So this bag, can you see the tags? Still has the tags on here, still has the cellophane here. I've been so lucky with the bags that I've got from Design Exchange, but it's just because I stalk the Instagram. So this bag, I was saying to you, the reason why I didn't get the cloudy blue is because I knew that this was coming. They'd said if it comes back, I'd seen it on there and I thought, oh, it's gone, maybe I'll just get the cloudy blue. They were like, you never know, sometimes people return stuff. So they did return it, and I've had this bag for I think 4 weeks, and I just haven't shared it with you yet. It comes with the little pochette inside. It's got all the Dior paper. And this isn't a review on this bag, but I thought this was the perfect time to review my bag. Show you my bag. So I haven't used it, and I'll definitely do what I normally do, which is use my bags for a couple of months, and then I tell you how it is to use it. So if you find that interesting, to not only see reveals, but then give a review on what I think of it, pros and cons, a few months later, then that's the kind of videos that I do. So that's the new bag, and it's going to go... that's going to have to go up there, and this can go with the blue bags. So seeing as we're doing, I'm actually going to take this off because it's getting hot now. Have you seen, this is my Acne leather jacket, have you seen that this season they do it in grey? I'm going to have to get it. It's so me. So the next one, so the next bag that we're going to talk about is my Lady Dior, and for those of you that, this is so much easier with this new fastening. Oh, this is my new thing. I have these in every single bag now. I won't be pulling them out every time, but they're basically protein bars, slender bars, and it's not because I'm on a diet, although I should be. I'm really bad for spending the whole day not eating, and it's catching up with me now, and I'm getting hungry, I'm getting headaches, I'm getting starving and then eating rubbish and sugar and carbs. So this is my new thing. I literally ordered a whole box of these. They're like £1 something. They're nut free. I got this brand because it's the only brand I could find that was nut free for a protein bar. So I'm addicted to them. So top handbag tip there. Always carry hand sanitizer, tampons and a protein bar. So this is my Lady Dior. It's one of the newest bags in my collection. If you want to hear about this in depth, you can watch my handbag reveal. That might be a good idea. I'll point out which ones I've done a reveal for. So the aim behind this bag was to get something that was a bit girly, and I'm definitely not a girly kind of girl, but I noticed that when it comes to the summer or weddings or certain events, I really felt like I didn't have a girly bag. So that's all my Dior bags, I think. Yeah, that's it. I'll just show you this one because it was the nearest one. I love this bag. This has been all over my blog, all over my Instagram. I wore it for the Wimbledon Net-a-Porter event and I love it. And it's not just because there's the basket trend at the moment. I don't believe in spending so much money on these kind of trends. Not the time to put the Hoover or the smoothie machine on, Paris. And I just love it. It's a go-to summer bag. I travel all year round, so this is going to be, I thought it would be a really perfect bag to take on the aeroplane as well, because it's so spacious and so light. One tip that I'll tell you is, I'm not sure if you can see it, the handles are really grubby. So I would, because this is canvas, I would put white handkerchiefs, like white twillers, just any white handkerchief, before you ruin it. I can bleach this and get it out and cover it up with a handkerchief, so I'm not bothered. But if you do get something like that, make sure you cover the handles first. I've just had to run downstairs to tell him to stop hoovering. The boy never hoovers in his life, so I don't know why he decided to do it now, but I'm literally going to grab the nearest ones. So the next one, as we're doing the baby blues, is this Chanel bag. I've had this about 2 years, I would say. maybe 2.5, and when it came in, I couldn't believe that Chanel had finally done a baby blue bag. And my advice to you is, if you love, let's say your favourite colour is emerald green, and Chanel hasn't got an emerald green bag, they will always do it. They do every single colour imaginable. You just have to wait, and don't ever buy something. When you're spending this kind of money, don't ever buy something that you're not 100% in. So I'd waited a good couple of years for a baby blue, and this one was perfect for me because it's really light, it's really practical. I can use it in the evening if I like, not that I go anywhere, but it's just such a practical bag. Oh, I should have emptied everything inside. Another one. They're only in the bags that I've been using recently. So it's got so many pockets, and this is a seasonal bag, so it's not something that you could go into Chanel and get now. But I did see this on a pre-loved site, and I did share it on my Instagram stories, and I'm pretty sure it went within like the hour. So I'll leave the link below to anyone that's up here, and I'll say whether it's exact match or similar, but I know they had this brand new. Next one is, we'll do the Chanel, and remember I'm going to be doing a whole Chanel video, so I'll just touch on these Chanel bags a bit. So I bought this bag because I really wanted a red Chanel bag. And it was at a time when I had a black Chanel, the black classic flap, which is somewhere around there. I had a black classic flap and a cream one. And this is my rule, by the way. They always start with a neutral colour. I love black. Always going to get black in anything I buy that's like a first for me, i.e. the Hermes Kelly. It's just the most practical one that you're going to use all the time. And then I get something nude or cream, and then I always want a colour, and red for me is a classic colour just to wear with everything. It's a primary colour, so it should go with most things, and it's classic, and you can wear it all year round. So that's my classic go-to red bag. It's really nice for the evening, but also like a nice crossbody for the day. I literally love it. Another red bag I have is my Gucci Dionysus. A lot of people say that red is a hard colour to wear, and I guess it is, but when you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt and grey and black and denim, this goes with everything that I wear. And the Dionysus are really practical bags. I really recommend them. You can have it the long chain or like this, and it's got so many different compartments. This is suede, as you can see, and it's been totally fine. Like, there's not a mark on it. And I just think it's nice to have like a good classic red bag. Next one is my jumbo Chanel with white hardware. I remember when I got this, it was such a hard bag to hunt down. I just one day decided that I needed a white jumbo Chanel in my life, and then I couldn't get one. Couldn't get one for about 6 to 8 months, and then I eventually found one in gold, and I thought that white and gold was a bit garish, and I prefer. I think I was engaged at that point and had my new ring and wanted to have everything silver. And I'm really glad I went for the silver, but I do like the gold as well. The jumbo straps are really, really long. A bit too long. I don't know why they did it like that. So I don't tend to have it as a crossbody, which is a bit of a shame. I tend to hold it like this, which looks nice. It's nice to hold a bag over the side, and it's really comfortable. Note, do not put your iPhone in here. Not unless you're going to have it this way and literally watch everyone like a hawk, because I've had my iPhone stolen out of the back in like a quiet place in Knightsbridge, and just be careful of that when you put phones in the back of the Chanel bag. Next we have, I'm still not going to be moving. Sorry if I haven't done this like the most amazing, impressive way ever, but I just thought there's so much to get through and I want to touch on every single bag. My Fendi Peekaboo, I've only had this about 6 months, maybe a little bit longer, and I absolutely love it. When I bought my Hermes Kelly, everybody was saying, oh, you're going to get rid of this. No, to me it's a completely different bag. It's different black leather, it's gold hardware, it's bigger. This is exactly the same size as my Kelly 32. I've even done a video comparing the two. I got this bag because I wanted one for when I go to meetings, and I've got to put more in there, like my big diary, my laptop, which doesn't fit in here, but if you have the small Mac it does. Mine doesn't fit in here. But it is a really good bag for the airport, it's a good bag for meetings, it's a good everyday bag, it's not too heavy. I just think it's really chic, understated, and I absolutely love it. It's still got the tag on here that I haven't taken off, but I've used this loads, and the leather is a smooth leather, and it's done really, really well. It looks immaculate. So this is a bag that I really do recommend. I waited a long time. Am I in focus? I waited a long time to get this combination of gold and smooth. I didn't want any exotic skin, I didn't want the eyes, and this has just come back in stock, by the way. And I also love the mini versions. Really practical bags. Next I have something similar, my black Givenchy Antigona. I've had this for years. This was my work bag when I was at Harrods. I remember I bought it on my Harrods discount, and I just used it every single day. So if you're going to the office, or it's just a really, really perfect durable bag. I still think these are great bags, the Antigonas. They do get a little bit heavy, and now I don't tend to need something as big as this, and I find it always hurts my shoulder. I hate running around London with a big bag, but I'll still keep it just in case I ever need like a go-to chic bag. So I wouldn't get rid of this, and I do recommend them, especially the next size down. I have a mini, but I really like the size in between as well. Everything that I have here, I love everything. Like, I'm not going to sell anything for a long time. If I do, it would be to, I don't know, like it'll be an emergency, because I love everything here. Next one is my Chanel. It's actually the large. They've actually changed the sizes since I bought this. I've had this quite a while, maybe 4 years. So I think it's like, it was called the medium, and it basically is still the medium. I don't use this as much, but I did get a lot of wear out of it before. And as you can see, my outfit that I'm modelling with at the moment, oh cringe, where it's showing you it with, it goes really nice with my new CDC cuff. It totally fits my colour palette. The one flaw that Chanel boy bags have is this is ridiculous. I don't know why they still haven't improved it. So if you've got like pound coins or like coins or lip liners, they'll fall out. It happens to me all the time. I've lost some really good lipsticks because of this bag. But I still love it, and I still think that this is an amazing colour. I've loved the boy bag from the day it first came out. I got the first boy bag that ever came out. It was like a large lilac-y grey one with the Chanel written. Next one, this is my ultimate favourite bag. In my top 3 for sure, and I'm never going to sell it. I think I get asked about at least 10 times every time it goes on my Instagram. It's never going for sale. I waited years for a dove grey classic Chanel bag. Again, it goes really nice with my CDC cuff. I'm so happy that I finally got a grey one. This bag is perfect. It's the double flap caviar. This is my absolute lovely Chanel bag. The classic flap is probably my ultimate favourite bag. I love it that it's meant to be more of like the feminine styles, but to me it's still masculine. Gabrielle was a complete tomboy, and I just love it that everything in the Chanel collection still has that element of tomboy. That's why I love the brand so much. I could talk about that one all day. I literally adore it. It's my favourite bag. As we're talking about favourite bags, I love this side of the, like this side upsets me because it's so colourful, but this section here of the nudes and the greys and the blues. Another ultimate favourite of mine is the Chanel Trendy. When I bought this beige one, this is lambskin by the way, and it's been, so many people have asked me how this has been over the last few months. Is it durable? And I don't know why, but it's completely durable. Not one mark on this, and I love the Power Gold hardware. It just looks so nice with like I've worn this outfit today because it's literally the classic look that I always wear. It's such, I love top handle bags. It's so practical. I can't praise this bag enough. It's got the back flap like the classic flap. It's got 3 compartments. It's so practical. I honestly love it, and it's kind of like the Kelly, don't you think, like the top handle and like the way that I honestly love it. It's such a fab bag. I'm thinking about getting another one. My next fave, this is also another new one. I recently just did an unboxing of this, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I recently got a Birkin 25. Absolutely love it. I will do a review on this properly, but I've worn it I think about 5 times, and I love it more than I ever could imagine. This is a little bit awkward. So if you want a Birkin at 25 and you can't quite stretch to how much it is because it is a lot of money, I really recommend this. I've had this for about a year. This is a bit more comfortable because it can fit in the crook of my arm a bit better. The colours are really similar. And what I love about the Birkin is how, it's why I love this bag, like I wouldn't get rid of this either. I love how you can just throw things in, you hold it like this so no one can really go near it. The Birkin does have the overflap, but if you can't get hold of one or it's not quite in your budget yet, go for this because this, I love this bag. It's so practical, it's so light and easy, it has the long strap. They may have been dime bars that I bought in them at IKEA the other day. Okay, sometimes it's not always protein. That's why I bought the protein bars, because otherwise I'm eating chocolate. So yeah, love this sac de jour. I used to have the really big one, and I do regret selling that, but I actually used the money to go towards the Jumbo Chanel. So you can't have everything. Sometimes you've got to make sacrifices. And don't worry about always having the same colour bags, because I discovered that. I used this last night. I went to Celine Dion last night. It was amazing. I got a t-shirt and everything. And I thought, oh, quickly, I was in a rush, as always, and I thought, oh, what bag do I use? I wanted to take my vlogging camera, I wanted to take the stick thing that I use, I needed all my inhalers, I needed a lot of stuff. And I was wearing like a nude star dress. I'll leave a picture here if you're interested in that. And this was the bag that I picked up to use. And I thought, no way am I going through crowd, the tube, leaving it on the dirty floor, dancing, not paying attention. There's no way I can do that to my Hermes, Kelly. So I took this one. And I'm so glad that I didn't get rid of this. I nearly sold this when I bought this one because I thought, oh, I'm not going to use two grey bags that are the same size. And then I couldn't part with it and I loved it, and I'm so glad I didn't sell it because these bags are amazing. If you're thinking about getting this, get it. They're super light, they're really durable, they're really practical, they've got the pocket here that I use all the time. It's really easy to open. I hate having bags. For example, the Celine trapeze was a nightmare. You're holding it and then you want to open it and everything falls out. This is a really practical bag. Fits everything. It did everything I needed it to do. Looked nice, it's still a luxury bag, really durable. I put it on the floor, it won't get stained because it's charcoal, like coated leather. And I absolutely love it. It's like a really good go-to bag. And if you're looking for something that can offer you everything, then I'd go for one of these. Another sentiment bag I have is this. This is practically immaculate. It's still got the card holders. I never used this. I think I've used it once. I'm not really too sure why I bought this. I do really like it. And I love a good crossbody. The only reason why I don't use it too much is I am vlogging everywhere I go, and this doesn't, actually it might. I actually think that would fit my vlogging camera, so I need to stop making excuses. But you can see it's very thin, and I bought these for when I go travelling because I got a black one and a white one. And they're just so easy to pack and wear. I'd take a black one, a white one on holiday, and then that was my bags done for the whole holiday. So next one we have is the Balenciaga. This is also a really new one. It's a bag that I bought for the summer. I got this from Luxury Promises, and I used it in, what trip did I go? I went to Cannes and I used it every day. I used it for the evening. It's just really, really practical light bag, and it comes in a few different colours. I've also got the Balenciaga denim jacket, and the two of them together looks really nice. Looks really nice with like black summer dresses. So this was the second Hermes bag that I got. It was officially the first one that I picked up, but I'll get onto the other one later. I got them in the same week, which is madness, I know. And it's a long story, but click on the very long videos where I talk about all my Hermes bags. This was my dream colour, the Green Moet. I originally wanted 28, but I've since got a 28, that one in the corner. And I think if I could have a choice of having this in a 28, I would. But I do really, really love the 32. Like, I wouldn't sell it to get a 28 or anything. I'm really happy with it, and I think it's nice to have a couple of different sizes. For anyone that says that this is ugly, I understand. Like, not everybody likes the same thing. If you think that they're ugly and not worth the money, that's totally fine. Everyone's got their own opinion. For me, it was just something that grew on me over time, like working in Harrods and shopping with so many women and men that had these bags. I kind of saw it all the time, and I was never like, because they were there all the time, and it's just been like a gradual thing, like the handbag path where you end up, and I honestly do love it. I really love the craftsmanship. You can feel the quality. I love the colours. I'm really happy with it, and it's, if I want to spend my money on this, then so be it. It's just like, I personally would never spend hundreds of thousands. I wouldn't even spend 10,000 on a piece of artwork that hangs up on the wall, but I totally respect that some people, it brings them joy to look at it. So, you know, that's how I see it with the bag. At least I can use this for practical reasons. Another bag that people say to me, I got so many emails asking me if I'm going to sell this when I got this. Again, to me, this is a totally different bag. Yeah, it's just it is a grey bag that's a similar size, but it's a bluey grey. And for me, it's a totally different bag. And it's the same with the sentimental. Like, I use things for different reasons. I've got my twilly in here. I do recommend getting the twillies because it is good to protect the handle. That's what they're there for. And I originally bought this because I thought, like, this looked like a Birkin and like this looks like a Kelly. And I still think that. They're very robust and boxy, but I quite like that. I've had so many people offering to buy this off of me, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere for a long time. Love the colour. I love the grey blue colour. It comes with the long strap. I don't really like how it looks with the long strap, but if I'm travelling or I really need to just shove it over my shoulder, it's a good option to have, and I always keep it inside. And I did warn you this was going to be a long video, and if you think I'm rushing through them, it's because I'm aware that this is going to be very long. My Chanel Duville, obviously in grey, like it's getting a bit tiresome, this grey colour, but I just love it. I got this around, I don't even know, 4 years ago, maybe a bit longer. It was the second season that they come out. The first season, it was at a time where, when things get dropped like this, I remember back in the day that something like this would come out and I'd be like, oh my god, just end my life. I haven't been paid, it's the middle of the month, I've spent all my money, or I've got this to pay for and this to pay for, and I missed out. And then the second, like when I was younger, I would always keep, for this Chanel frenzy, I don't know if this is going to help you with a tip, but I used to obviously pay all my bills and savings and everything that I needed. I've never shopped with credit cards. Not one of these bags has been bought by credit cards. I literally can't be trusted, so I don't have one. I would put away money on the side, and I knew that in a month, whenever it would be, I knew that there would be something in Chanel that would drop, and I needed to make sure I had the money. So that's just a little tip that I used to do. And then when this bag came in stock, I knew that they were going to come back. Chanel normally skip a season, so if there's something you really love, like, you know, the Chanel Duville, it's not going to come the following season, it will come the one after. I would never get rid of this. Like, it's been such an amazing investment. So that's my beach bag. So I've got like 2 holiday bags now, the basket bag and this. Both do different things. The next bag I barely use it, but I love having it. Like, if I do need any bag like this, I know it's there. And I think I'll use it, you know, like if I'm going on like a staycation, like, or like a hotel for the night. It's my Victoria Beckham tote bag in the nude shade. It's literally just full of dust bags. Literally full to the brim of dust bags. I find something it's snazzy. Oh yes! I love these. I get these in my local shop. Oh, I love them. They're like Care Bears. I'm like putting the pound coin in there, and there's like a queue of little girls, and I have to pretend that I'm like getting it for my child that I don't have. Okay, I finally got up. So middle shelves, I have my rose gold Chanel wallet on a chain. I went through a stage of being obsessed with these wallet on a chains, and that's what led me to get like the sentimental one like this. It was before I started vlogging basically, and the only reason why I don't use them for much is my vlogging camera definitely doesn't fit in here. A very special bag to me. I'm not the biggest lover of patent bags now. It's not something I would buy now, just because of like personal preference of it being shiny. It's not really my thing. But most of all, don't be fooled to think that painting is durable, because it's not at all. It is for like rain and obvious reasons, but if you put it next to even something like this, don't ever put this next to something else painted because it can stick together and the colour will transfer. If this is like rubbing against here, it will come off, and if the colour transfers, there's nothing you can do. That's why you always see painted leathers with marks that don't come off. It looks like a wipe. Don't wear this with pleather, like the fake leather. Denim, it will transfer. Like I've had nude painted bags before where pleather has gone all the way in and there's nothing you can do. So bear that in mind if you're buying anything painted. This was my engagement bag that Paris got for me. It's the colour of the Beverly Hills Hotel where we got engaged, and long story short, he sent me for a manicure and a pedicure and my hair blow dried. I come back to the room to a penthouse full of roses and flowers, and I had to like read notes and riddles all the way around the room, and one note would lead me to the next no, and I had to work out what it meant to find the next no, and there'd be champagne along the way, and the final note was a towel, and the note said lift up the towel. There was this bag. I lost my mind. I wasn't even over the fact that I'd had a new Chanel bag, and then inside was a note saying will you marry me, and then Paris on one knee. Honestly, it was one of the best days of my life. I'm going to get emotional now. So this bag is so special to me. I really hope I have a daughter where I can pass this down because it's got so much meaning behind it. So that's that one. This is another really special bag because this is, like, some people love this, some people hate it. I love it. This was the bag that Paris got for me on our wedding day. I love knitted Chanel bags, and they don't do it often. They've done one this season and it's like £5,000, which is ridiculous. The photographer at our wedding said that this looked like he kept calling it the ski bag, which offended me a little bit. But I love it. I love pink and red together. I just think it's a really cute bag. I really, really love it. I think it's really special, and it's not your conventional wedding gift. It's definitely, it does look like a winter ski bag, but I love it. I just think it's really special. These are just some pochettes that I got here at the back. My friend Jess, who's just gone back to Vogue, well done Jess, love you loads. She, when we first met each other, she sent me this in the post, and she just said that I had to have it. It's actually full of sand. It's the most perfect bag for me to take by the pool, and I may have bought a Chanel bikini just so I could get this clutch bag. Again, I use it by the pool, love. This yellow velvet one, I don't know if you remember, but about 3 years ago, when the velvet, no, maybe 2 years ago, oh, I don't even know, the velvet boy bags come out, and so many people loved them. I loved them straight away, and I got this yellow one. It was at a stage where I was going through quite a colourful bag stage, and I'd be careful of that because I bought loads of nude, black, black, black. And then I was like, oh, I've got a black, I've got a nude, I've got a black Chanel, I've got a black Givenchy, I'm going to start buying colour. And I went for about 1.5 years of buying colourful bags. And just be careful because you do get bored of them, and you can have more than one nude bag because, you know, different shapes, different sizes, different hardware. Just don't go too mad on the coloured things because they don't sell as much and you can't wear them as much, so just be careful of that. So I do still love this. Like, I really love yellow. I love the velvet yellow. I love this size boy bag. If you're thinking of getting a boy bag, I do really, really love this size. It looks really great on as a crossbody. This has been really durable as well, and I still love it. Like, this is another one that I bought from We Buy Designer. I love denim, and when this denim bag came out, I loved it and I missed it. And I found it on... No, I had my name down on the waiting list, and as soon as they called me, I went straight there and got it. And it's such a me bag, a Chanel denim bag. It's quite old now, and they've done new ones in between, but I really love this shade of denim. Sometimes they do the denim too dark, and I don't really like that. Again, I love this because it's small, it's denim, it's got stars, it's got everything I love. This was actually the first proper project I ever did with Net-a-Porter about 2 years ago, I think. And it was, they dressed me for the Glamour Awards, which was amazing. I hope I get to go one day again. Not one day, again. And I wore this. And I just love it. I just think it's the perfect... I love these little Stella bags. They're just really practical, really light, really fun. They're all vegan friendly, and you can hold it so many different ways. You can hold it like this. You can hold it like this. You can hold it like with the long chain. I really love them, and for a designer bag, they were like the starting price point. My gold Chanel reissue. This is the only reissue bag I have. I bought this one because I had a black one. I had a beige one, and it was that tote that they can't remember what it's called, executive tote, and they discontinued that now. And I had a beige one. This is another tip. So I wanted a classic flap. They were like 2,500, and I was like, oh, I don't want to spend that much, I'll get the cheaper version. Wasn't happy with it, ended up selling it. The classic Chanel had gone up by about £1,200, and then I just thought it'd be nice to get a reissue instead of a classic flap. I love the chain. This was actually the original Chanel bag, and this is the chain that Gabrielle, because Gabrielle grew up in an orphanage, and when the, I don't know what you call them, I think they're the nuns that would go around looking after the children, they used to wear chains with huge keys on them, and this chain is the replica of the keychain that they used to walk around. I love that story behind that, and it looks like a really old-fashioned chain, doesn't it? Like a keychain. So I love this, it just goes with everything. This size is a really perfect size, and I just love how chic and minimal the reissue is. I'm really pleased that I've got one of those. I got so many. This was another one that I got randomly, was walking to Luna and I saw it in the window and I absolutely loved it. I just loved that it was slightly different to the, this is the other one. This was my first one on a chain. So I love these ones. They're actually quite hard to get now, and I loved it that this was quite similar. So now this is kind of standard Claire behaviour. These are basically the colours that I always go for, like a black one first, then nude or a grey one, and then, you know, something like this. So I have one of each colour for every occasion that I need. So this I got brand new around Christmas time from Design Exchange. There's a reveal video up. I saw it on the Instagram, got it straight away. It was cheaper than it was in the store. I was thinking about getting one, and as soon as I saw this, I thought it's meant to be. I bought the Dior Twilly from Dior. I've had a lot of questions about this. I absolutely love these bags. The chain is really light, and on first impressions it feels really cheap compared to the Chanel one, but holding it, it's so much more practical than, not practical, easier and more comfortable. It doesn't dig in as much. It's really easy. It's a really, really great bag. Like, if you're thinking about getting one, I definitely wouldn't hesitate. It's a really great bag. It's like definitely girl meets boy. I love it, and I love the grey version of this, and it was the one that I originally wanted, but I knew I was holding out for the green Hermes, and I have a grey classic flap, but I'm really happy with that. It's like my go-to silver and black bag. My first ever Chanel bag. Everyone thinks this is the medium, but the medium has got a shorter chain, and it's like that much shorter. So this was my first ever Chanel bag, just the classic black with gold. I used to be into gold more than silver at the time, but I'm really glad that I have a couple of gold bags to go with like my Bauman jackets and just to mix it up. I would never get rid of this because it's just my first bag, and it's just a classic really. You can't go wrong with these bags because they always keep their value. I see some really amazing ones on pre-loved sites, or like really old vintage ones that are really reasonable and look exactly the same. I also have this in white with grey, but it's at my flat in London. I always keep a few bags there, just in case I need one for emergencies. But I'm not a clutch girl at all, because I just find them really, like, they make my arm look fat where I'm pressing it against them, and I'm like a hands person. I'm like taking photos, filming on the phone, doing all sorts of things. But if I'm going to have a clutch, this is my go-to clutch, and I have them basically in the same two colours. That you don't have to wear a clutch in the evening. So I got this when I was going for my wallet on a chain stage, and everyone went mad for this because it's the black on black, and I can't bring myself to get rid of it. If I do sell anything, it is always usually on Depop, if I'm not in a rush. and if I am in a rush, I'll take it to We Buy Designer. Again, this is not sponsored by them, it's just somewhere that I go all the time. I still love this, black on black, and if you ever do see it for sale, it'll be on my Depop account. This does fit my vlogging camera, and I just love it really. I just think it's a really easy to wear bag, and they actually are stocking this again, black on black. Louis Vuitton Petite, what? Louis Vuitton Petite Matisse. Louis Vuitton Petite, I'll just spell it here, Petite Matisse, my mind's gone. I bought this in Paris. I love top handle. These Pochette Matisse, that's it. I'm getting confused with the Petite Mal and Pochette Matisse. Pochette Matisse. They're really practical. They've got the side zip. They're really light. I love this bag. I just love it so much for the practicality of it, more than the way it looks. It feels very unusual for me to have a Louis Vuitton bag, but I love Louis Vuitton. It's just not, I feel like I'm more Chanel, Dior kind of style. Rella. Sophie Webster bag. One of my best friends, Nathan, bought this for me as a wedding gift, and somebody sent me, I think it was Liced, sent me exactly the same, but it says Forever or something like that, and it was the bag I used. I'll put a picture here. I used it for my wedding day, and again I lent it to my friend as her something borrowed. Just a really fun bag, and it just reminds me of Nathan. This is the mini Givenchy Antigona. I bought this about 2 summers ago. Yeah, 2 summers ago I think. I love this size for the Givenchy. It's like really, it fits so much in. It's really tiny, really practical. Everything here is really practical, otherwise I wouldn't have it. I cannot stand spending money on things that aren't practical. And I just think it's nice. This was through this day. It was 2 years ago because it was the summer that I was buying coloured bags. Hermes Kelly, one of my favourite bags. I adore this bag. I adore the size, I adore the leather. It's so perfect. It was my #1 Hermes bag that I wanted, a black 28 Kelly, and if I got offered the green one, I was happy with that. But I do think if I had to choose, I don't know. Well, I'm lucky I've got both, but I got this pre-loved, and it was practically brand new. It still had the seal, it had box, receipt, everything, and oh god, I love it so much. It was just worth everything. I do think that if you really want one of these, to me, I sold a couple of bags to get this, and it's worth selling 3 designer bags to get one. That was my first Hermes bag. This I got when I went to New York Fashion Week, I think in 2011, years and years ago, and it's such a practical bag. I took this to Coachella. I wear it all the time. I absolutely love them. If you look at my Coachella vlog, not from the last one, the one before, I practically wore it with everything, and I love them. And Designer Exchange always get this in. I think when I went in the shop a couple of weeks ago, they had one, and I love them in white, in red. They're from the 90s. I love Chanel in the 90s. The hardware feels a lot better quality. This is much older than mine. This is from the 90s, and my gold hardware has come off. It's rubbing off, whereas these don't. The quality is so good with the vintage ones. This was another one from Designer Exchange. This one was a gift. Some of them were gifted, some of them I bought. I'd say about half and half, I think. This was I hosted an event with them like a couple of years ago, or a year ago, and this was one of the gifts that they gave me, and it's a black square flap velvet bag, and it fits everything I need. I love the velvet black bags. I think they're really durable. You can wear them in the rain. It looks like new, really. I absolutely love this bag. I think we've done it. No, we've got one more. We've got one more. Yeah, one more. So I got this, I think, about a year ago, the beginning of last summer. I just wanted a rucksack for travelling. I wanted one to put my camera in. I think as much as I love this, like I love it personally for me, I wish I'd got the one without the tassels, because now I need to buy Paris a backpack to put all these camera equipment in. I'm just a bit of a backpack person, and I take this to the gym. This is amazing for travelling. I use it shopping, like I absolutely love it. I just really wanted a nice backpack, and I bought it for the practicality of travelling and camera equipment. And that's my last bag. So the light's gone. I'm sorry that was so long. I knew it was going to be long, but what can I say when I've got so many bags? So I'm not going to talk any longer, because this is already This has already been super long. As I said, pick any bags that you want. Like if you want to hear more about this one or this one, I'll do a whole video, like maybe 15 minutes long or 25 or 35 minutes long of that in detail. I'm going to be doing the Chanel bag video of like all the information about that, so that's coming. If you want to see any comparison videos or what's in my bag videos, or you want to know more about the storage, I'm also doing an updated version of my walk-in closet because I've made a few changes and I've got a few ideas to show you as well. So thanks for watching. I do apologise that that's long, but you know, it is what it is. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to check out my wedding video because that went up last week, and it's like it's probably my favourite video of all time, so make sure you check that one out, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh my god, this is so long. Bye.
'Cause in my mind we're smiling